Today we're going to be talking about efficiency and mainly how we need to be efficient when we're swinging. Now right here we've got several principles that all great hitters have that make up or encompass being efficient in our swing. First off, we don't have any extra movement in our swing that's not necessary. And we're able to transfer the greatest amount of force throughout the swing. We have smooth, fluid movements. We start slow and gain acceleration, and we also allow the maximum amount of time before we decide to swing. Now, all these principles are very important when we're swinging and when we're trying to be efficient with our swing. And we're going to go over with the MLB player model today of Manny Ramirez from a side view and get an idea of certain principles that makes him quite possibly the most efficient swinger or hitter in the game today. So right now we're about to play Manny Ramirez's swing, and one thing to keep in mind is that every hitter in their own right is efficient in their own way. But these principles hold true to a certain extent that basically shows that us as hitters, we can't have extra movement that isn't necessary in our swing. Now there are exceptions to this rule, but those exceptions are also making $17-18 million a year, as in Gary Sheffield, somebody like that. So they know what they're doing. That's what they do to get themselves ready to swing. But we're watching Manny Ramirez. With what he's doing right here, he doesn't have any extra move that basically will throw his swing off from the get-go. He'll look like this no matter where the pitch is at, no matter what type of pitch it is. He stays consistent throughout his whole entire swing. And that's number one on what makes him an efficient hitter. And now we're going to show another mark of efficiency, and that's transferring the greatest amount of force that we possibly can throughout our swing. And right now what I have here is Manny Ramirez's bat path. Now we're going to take him to his load, and one thing to notice right now is that his bat path is showing that it's directly to his side. That pretty much he has to get off that backside now, get on that front side, in order to allow his hands and his hips to clear out as fast as humanly possible, or as fast as he can. And what I'm going to show you here, we're going to go in slow motion, frame by frame. You're going to see how his body's coming forward, and from there when he plants that heel, that's when everything starts. Everything starts from that point. And another thing to notice too, when we take him back up here to load, I want you guys to notice how smooth he is when he's doing it. We'll actually go ahead and take him to stance. And I want you to see, when we're playing here, how smooth he is during the swing. He's completely flawless in what he's doing. His movements are completely fluid, and that'll allow him to get on the plane of the pitch a lot easier. And again, we're going to show the force. Here he is at his load. And we can tell the body's coming forward. And right here is when we start our swing down to the plane of the pitch. He's on line now. Come to contact, something to notice too, how his foot is on his backside. Now, we'll see the foot come forward a little bit, but I want to stress, this isn't a result of him deciding what to do with his back foot. It's a direct result about his hip drive. It has to do everything with his hips. That's his force that he's starting. It works from this side down. Hip connects to the knee, knee connects to the foot. Right there, boom. And the last part of us being efficient is also allowing ourselves maximum amount of time before deciding to swing. Now when we play it back here, a lot of people won't be able to understand this concept by just seeing this. But the fact is that when we add up all these things together when being efficient, we're going to allow ourselves the maximum amount of time before deciding to swing. And what that means is that we can hold our swing for as long as we can when we come down to toe touch like we see here. And right there, he has that entire time to decide what type of pitch you're seeing and what location you're seeing. So right there, those are the only variables that he has at this point in swing because he's being efficient. Now, if everything's not adding up and we're not getting everything put in place, then immediately what's going to happen is we're going to rush in our swing, and we're not going to have that smooth, fluid movement, and we're not going to start slow on the backside and accelerate to the front side. And if we don't do that, then we're just going to be in a rush to try to swing, where our timing is going to be off basically. So when we're efficient, like Manny Ramirez right here, he has the most time possible to make the best decision that he can possibly make right before he swings, which in turn, when we're able to do that, we're going to have a lot better contact and we're going to have a lot more power.